time for arms. Let's slam the pre-workout and get going. Oh. Should start to kick in like halfway through triceps, or at least when I get to biceps. So, yesterday was an interesting day, to say the least. I will not bore you with all the details, but let's just say I didn't have a very pleasant night last night. A lot of things went wrong, and a lot of things just didn't go my way. It was one thing after another, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this bulk and this lift. Let's start with the bulk first, after this red Mustang goes by. I don't have the money to fix a red Mustang. I barely have the money to fix my own car. So, when you're on a bulk, you have a little bit more liberties and freedom to play with the foods that you decide to eat for the sake of calories. But it is very easy to fall in or lull yourself into a false sense of security when it comes to just eating whatever you want because, oh, I'm on a bulk. That is not the case. You still need to be vigilant about things like your fats, making sure you get your protein in every day, because you can get your calories in without hitting your protein goals. I have done that before, I know that. I can see that from experience, but it's kind of the same thing as with when you're on a cut. You look at food you almost look at food differently because you're tracking it, and you go into your meals thinking, oh, how am I going to track this? Or is this going to be in my calorie counter, like app or whatever? It at least personally for me, it makes it hard to enjoy, for example, home cooked meals, because unless you're making them yourself and you're making it one serving for you, or let's just say you make a bunch of them but they're all separate things, like burritos or something that can be easily like duplicated and made in a bunch of them all at once. Or like I said, you're just making one serving for you, so you can just track all the ingredients that go into it, so you can put it on your app and add it all up together. It makes it difficult if someone else is making the food for you, or if you're going out to eat with family or your friends, you're sitting there trying to figure out, how can I make sure that I'm tracking my macros and calories correctly? Because if it defeats the purpose if you're just putting up random numbers, not really getting the full picture, calories and macro wise, because then you can just derail yourself and not get everything you need to tracked. And that can be difficult because, like, let's just say you go to like a local place, and they're not going to have the fucking nutrition facts online. You can't exactly track, so you have to guesstimate to the best of your ability what the numbers are. And that just makes you want to avoid getting yourself into that situation altogether. because that's the shoes that I'm standing in right now. It's just like I almost avoid doing that. Say, oh, I don't want to have that. I'll just make something at home because I can't track it. And it's even harder when you're in a cut or trying to lose weight, because you can't be wrong if you're trying to lose weight. It's okay if you're in a bulk, go over a little bit. That was part of the liberties that I was talking about, because worst thing can happen, you go over by like 50, 100, 200 calories, but you're trying to gain weight anyway, so it's okay. But if you're losing weight, you can completely derail your... What are we doing here? Jeez. Just fucking stop and pull out into the other side of the road? Really? Yeah, it can completely derail your weight loss progress with one day. Or not necessarily, like if you go overboard one day and just say fuck it and have a cheat day, you could lose a week, 2 weeks even of progress in one day. Now, usually that weight spike can go back down pretty quickly just by the matter of like a day or two, depending on if it's a situation like, oh, you ate really late, so when you weigh yourself it goes up. But most of the time, if you look at it this way, let's say you need to have this, you have to stay under this number of calories for a whole week, and this number of calories for 2 weeks. Let's say you made that goal and you stayed under it, and you're like right here. If you eat more than those 2 weeks worth of calories in one day, you're under your deficit amount that you need to be at, then you can just gain all that weight back. I don't think I phrased that quite nicely enough, but you get the point. So it's still important to try and track everything to the best of your ability. But it just makes you look at food differently, and you gotta get out of the mindset of it being a burden, and just look at it as I'm doing this in order to make progress, in order to see myself in the future having made more progress than I am at right now. And all things going well, that'll happen. And you'll have slip-ups here and there. I know I have, but it works out generally if you stick to it. Now, enough of that. On to the lift. Today's lift is going to look a lot like my last arm day. I did not record that last arm day, but it might look a little similar. I'm gonna stick to the rope. Or did I do rope pushdowns? No, I didn't. We're going to reintroduce straight bar tricep pushdowns into the rotation. I did that last arm day. I started off with straight bar tricep pushdowns, and then went into cable tricep kickbacks. And by the time I was done with those two exercises, my triceps were pumped up enough where I didn't need to do anything else. I think I did 4 sets and 2, or 4 sets and 3. I'm not sure. I think it was 4 sets of push downs and 2 sets of kickbacks to like finish it off, top off the pump. Then we will transition into biceps, stay at the cable stack, and hit those cable hammer curls that I've been liking. One thing about those cable hammer curls, or cable stack hammer curls, is you have to make sure you're not doing like where you position your hands doing those is very important, or fairly important, because it can target different things. You'll still hit your biceps, but it can target it differently if you're not careful. We're just moving all over the place, aren't we? Trying to keep it like this and go straight up and down as opposed to like doing this. You can do like somewhere in between. That works for me, but you'll get a lot of forearm if you have it more towards in front of you like this. So let's just keep that in mind. I mean, you can do whatever works for you with your body and your limb lengths and whatnot. I just know that usually if I try to keep it more close to the chest, it works a little better. And we're gonna do some dumbbell curls for some extra like heavy tension based work for the biceps. Do a couple sets of those and then go to easy bar curls for one hard, slow burning set. I did a lighter weight last time, but I ended up like giving up mentally from the burn as opposed to physically failing, where I couldn't do another rep physically. It just hurt a lot, so I just kind of gave up. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit heavier weight and try to do that same nice slow work, just to wring every last drop of whatever's left in my biceps out at the end of the workout, but with a little bit heavier weight. So we can go ahead and get in there now. Let's make it a good one. Get you a closer grip. We're done. Let's see what we're working with here.
It's insane. I should have done shoulders. This really would have been good. But right about it. I know side chest is supposed to be a, chest pose, but it always looks great for arms as well, in my opinion. Look at the fucking croissant I got going on there. Flat spread. All right, that's enough. Let's go.
One more lift in the books. One more step closer to getting a physique worthy of my imagination and yours. No, the physique that we are all looking for is always a long way off, isn't it? It's never close at hand. But that's part of the fun, and I guess part of the downside of working out is you always are chasing a goal, and it's good to have a goal to be chasing and looking forward to and working towards, but it's also a double-edged sword, because that just means you're never going to attain that goal unless you make that decision for yourself and say, I think I did it. I think I did good enough. It looks like it's about to storm around here. Holy shit. It's been overcast all day, I think. And it's just a bit worse now. It looks like it's gonna rainstorm or a hurricane's gonna blow through. I know I heard about that hurricane going through Florida right now. I can't remember what it's called. Apparently it's causing some real damage out there. But today, why did I go this way? I should have gone the other way. But today we are not having to worry about that. At least not where I'm at. I hope you guys like wobbly camera, because apparently I didn't set it up right this time and it's wobbling all over the place, but it won't fall over. I got something holding down the base of it. It might tip one way or the other, but it shouldn't fall down. I gotta get some like actual sandbags or something to weigh it down while we're in the car here. Oh, we got some cops up here. What's going on? I don't know what's going on right now, but it doesn't seem to be interrupting traffic, so we should be good. So, arms. I might have to mute that first set of kickbacks, because for whatever reason the camera doesn't like to stay on the settings you leave it on sometimes on my phone, and it switched over to the phone microphone, which picks up more of the music playing in the background, and even the clips that I use my earbuds for the mic. I'm pretty sure some of those are going to have to get edited too, but I'll just let I'll just let YouTube find those, and I'll use their editing. It's going up tomorrow anyway, so I have extra time. If I really wanted to, I could post it today, but it's only like 4:45. But I've said that before and have ended up with a video posting at 10:30 at night. So let's just not worry about that. We already got a video up today. I'm going to try and get it to where I can post today's lift the following day, and try to keep doing that so that I don't have to worry about late uploads. Anyway, back to arms. Good pump, good shit going on. What are you doing? You searching people's cars. Oh, something big must be going down. I couldn't tell you what though. Yeah, I only did 3 sets of the push downs because I was already pretty pumped. I was starting to get to the point where triceps were running into my lats, and it's hard to keep your arms tucked because it also kind of hurts a little bit when you have them pinched like that and you cut off blood flow in a sense. And by no means am I big enough to actually have to worry about walking around like this because my lats get in the way, but my lats get in the way with doing certain movements like that. So yeah, I only did 3 sets of those, 2 sets of kickbacks, 3 sets of hammer curls, and 3 sets of bicep curls, and 1 last finisher set of the easy bar curl. I did change that up a little bit. I halfway through the set, when I couldn't do any more at like the shoulder width, I went to close grip with the easy bar to blast out as many as I could left, and that felt pretty good. When I did the front kind of pose, when I was after I got the shirt off, I saw like it was almost like a rhomboid type shape coming off the top. I don't know how to describe it. I just know that my arms looked crazy in that second. That's why I had to laugh, because they don't usually have that shape, I guess. I just have one thing to say. I'm excited to cut down and see what I look like after the end of this bulk, because I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm doing something right, and by happenstance that would lead to gains, and those gains will be very, very nice, I think. We'll see. The scale keeps moving up, so today I went up by 100 calories for the day, and then tomorrow I'll go up another 100 just to kind of ease into it, because I wanted to go up by 200 and get to that round 4,000, but I'm not going to go straight to that 200 more. I very easily could, but I just didn't. I can't remember how many calories I got today so far, but we are well on our way. I got something to eat at home, but it's not going to be enough. I'm going to have to make something or go back out and get something for real dinner. This is just going to be a post-workout meal. I think I got like Greek yogurt and like a ready rice. And I might throw in some toast or something just to fill out a little bit more calories. I had a wrap and a protein bar earlier, just to fill in calories throughout the day, just not a real big meal. I've already had 3 meals today, a bit smaller, so that's how that's working out. As far as technique goes, I tried to show you what I meant when I was talking about those hammer curls, and hopefully I did them right and they came across what I was talking about. They, I might have been wrong. Well, no, not wrong, but it, definitely, you can change it up, because you can do hammer curls straight out like this. It's just better with the cables to keep them kind of like this, do like crossbody type of thing, because you're not relying so much on your forearm muscle, your brachialis, and you're targeting your biceps a little bit more that way. But by all means, you can do it that way too. And as far as triceps go, I had a crazy squeeze with those kickbacks. Like, I don't know if it's because, like, at that point they were already pretty pumped, and like I said, they were running in. Like, I can almost make the squeeze feel crazier just by tucking him in closer to my lats and have him press against it, just so I can squeeze that much harder. And you always gotta remember to keep your elbows tucked in when you're doing these types of, any of these real tricep exercises that have to, except for maybe overhead stuff. But it's always a good bit of advice, or a good idea at least, to keep them tucked in so that you're not recruiting any of your back muscles to move the whatever you're moving down or back in the case of kickbacks. Yeah, other than that, I think it's time for me to end this, as I did a bit of a longer first clip, and I'm not having as much to say this time. So I will see you guys next time, or tomorrow for me, and then the next on Monday for you, for legs. We'll see if I can get another good leg video in. Usually those are a little bit better because I get more angles and more variety. It's not just a lot of the same clips and angles. I tried to get a little bit fancy with those the dumbbell curls. Like I ran out of ideas for how to frame it, really, because there was no way to really know if I was standing in the right position with certain like framings, and I'm trying to like do like a side shot like I did before in one of my early arm day videos. That's what I should have just done that, but there was somebody over there, and I didn't want to just point a camera at them. So you got what you got. You get what you get, and you don't get upset. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.